Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
जी बेड टाइम स्टोरी भी करते हैं अपन।
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing, but the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing. To Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
What is the situation?
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
साला
Okay,
कैसे हो रहे गांव
guess
वाले
you are really sick of
गांव
answering
वालों को ही नहीं
questions.
पता है
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We
नाम
just
कैसे
don't
याद
know the
होंगे भाई
specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
वो नाम ही
Now
नहीं
that you've
पूछा
started
होता
talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty...
But of course, there aren't many young people like him nowadays.
Could he have just moved away without...
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye.
Huh. All right, then...
गद्दू से पूछते हैं
Is that guests I hear?
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to...
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts.
Could you tell us a bit about...
Of course. I'm with my failing eyesight. I'm afraid I can't offer much about his... I don't think his parents are still He would often take time, and whenever someone heads as the village chief.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle, but, you wouldn't happen...
I'm ashamed to admit.
It's okay.
चलो ट्रैवलर ढूंढते हैं अभी इधर उधर
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived? Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased? Okay, Paimon's gonna need...
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Yep, sure are.
I'm so glad to hear. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say...
Yeah, no need to worry.
वुदरिंग वेव्स के बाद ये खेलो बड़ा अजीब सा लग रहा है वैसे अरे इसे नहीं कर रहा था
Everyone hold hands.
Gather!
Is this the place?
Yep. We used to always sit together. I was surrounded...
Alone?
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice.
हाँ जी
You're
आगे
quite
बताइए.
lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well,
ऊपर बैठे रहते थे.
no matter what came my way, he was so thoughtful ever since he disappeared. No, none of those things.
Wow. Did he ever tell you what?
Oh, right. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away. And
Still not.
look at me. Talking your ear off, and the last time I talked this much in one go, come to think of it, time always passed by really slowly.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't
ये चिरौंजी पर आ गया.
the Abyss Order. Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick!
पाइमोन कहाँ लड़ेगा?
Solidify!
There is no escape!
Committed to memory.
Illusion shattered!
Silence!
Shine down!
I will have order.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting.
It was no trouble.
Now I seem agitated.
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in
चलो गाँव में चलते हैं वापस.
Wait a second. The person. It's Dainslev!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway.
Yep, see you later! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. The Abyss Order...
So you think the Abyss...
As things stand...
Still,
The best way to
Abyss
protect them
Order
is by...
not
And you
मतलब
shall
करके
have them. Don't worry. Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is...
right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's...
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. After all, there's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. The sinner you wish to know about. His situation is different. His name is I'm loath to admit it, but he is also...
Your brother?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise, Roptatir. The visionary, Vedderfolnir. Gold, Rhindaughter. The foul, Sertologi. and Rehir of Solnari. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the 6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call, so they became sinners, but also transcendent beings. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course, as I said,
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers? Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase. There are many signs pointing to that.
Then, what should we do?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. Based on the intel I've gathered,
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity...
Wait, then our commit...
It's certainly possible.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try invest...
हाँ जी शुरू करिए तलाशी अभी तक शुरू ही नहीं करी है बंदे सुबह हो गई
Oh, so tired. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got... Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission...
Oh, young guy? Early
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that... Memories...
maybe...
No, it wasn't a dream. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of...
Wait then. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning...
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps your concerns are not entirely unfounded. However, consider it. Come with me.
Oh, so you're going to...
Of course.
चलिए चलते हैं पीछे किधर जाना है
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler,
पीछे तो पलट
wait.
के देखो.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
कहाँ चल रही है? फायर और एनर्जी. फायर अपन किसको लेके चलें?
Let's finish this swiftly.
देखते हैं वाली टीम लेके चलते हैं, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. क्लेमोर सही है अपने पास. थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा अपने को मारने में. ये जगह पहले भी आए थे क्या? देखिए दिखाई लग रही है.
There is no escape.
Hey!
अरे तेल.
Crumble!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
4 अपने पास है. घुमाने के लिए 4 है क्या मेरे पास?
Illusion shattered.
Grow!
एक चालू हुआ शायद.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
ओहो ऐसा सिस्टम है एक मिनट
The door's open. Let's go.
साला
Our
पता नहीं क्या
destination is
हीट
just up
सेंसिंग वाला
ahead.
गेट है क्या है मस्त बनाया है इसे नीचे गिरा तो गए अपन चेस्ट दिख तो नहीं रहा
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
मेरे को लगा इधर
They're here!
नया वाला है क्या क्रायो वाला ही
Stabilize!
Committed to memory.
Shine down!
Order guide you. Gather.
Growl, growl, growl!
More retribution. Stabilize.
Illusion shattered!
Committed to memory.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's...
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
चलो देखते हैं भाई साहब Hello Samanto, welcome to stream. कोई तो है यहाँ पे लगा ही था मेरे को लूमेन हो सकती है
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
बता हमें भगा दिया, हमें मिलना था वही भगा दिया, हद होगी।
You risked your safety and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
How are you, brother man? I'm good,
So
brother.
you came here
How are
all
you?
on your own?
Subscribe. Thanks.
What about those followers of yours?
Thank you for the subscribe.
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
डांसल्फ से खेलने का मौका मिलेगा कि इधर भी मजा आएगा। अरे यार बाहर फेंक दिया लग रहा है।
The
थोड़ी सी
Abyss Order's on
झलकियां ही
the
दिखा
move.
देते।
The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara.
No one is
look
in
at
your
those
live
hill trails
stream.
over there.
Yup. Now you are.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
चिल मार रहा है भाई लिचुअल।
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you
Blast
hear
from-
that? What was that sound just now? It sounded so gentle. Oh, this is weird. What?
टीम चेंज नहीं कर सकते अपन, बताओ यार।
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too.
सारे
The
हिलिचुअल
hill
चिल मार
trails
रहे
are
हैं यहाँ पे।
calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of release.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara village before it's too late.
ये भी नहीं कर सकते होता है। अब हो गई। दद्दू के पास कुछ जानकारी मिल जाएगी शायद हमें। दद्दू
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your concern. But as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual.
Well, that's good. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while...
Some...
Huh?
लगाई था भाई।
You know, that's kind of the whole reason we're...
I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worth... At least right now, I can't...
But how is that?
Something is fishy.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right.
आदमी अपने बाल नोच लेगा ऐसी जगह पे, तो हमको ऊपर जाना है।
Someone's gone missing?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice... He's around 20 or...
Oh, I know who you're talking...
Really?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too.
किधर गए रे बाबा पीछा करना पड़ेगा Let's see where are you
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's...
If we really did travel back to a time before he if this person only exists... If this person only... Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadev... Time travel is extremely difficult to
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in... Just like how you entered... That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory... Right. If he's someone... But didn't Bayram just say that who knows how long
मेरे
this
में
ley
अपन
line
मेमोरी
disturb...
मेमोरी
Good
खेलते
idea.
रहते जब
That'll
देखा
help.
था
We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Can we try to figure... Like, does it maybe...
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still... There's a difference between memories that are... If time was allowed to pass with... No. Based on what we know so far...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake... The implanted memories are based... If the memories included the... Like, there could be... Oh, that's why he makes...
We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager. But it turned... The color of the sky.
Oh, right! That's exactly what it...
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the...
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely it. Yeah, that's...
मैं उल्टा जा रहा मैप भी नहीं खोल सकते पैदल ही भागना पड़ेगा ये गलत चीज़ कर दी पहले उड़ते हुए पहुंच जाते थे टेलीपोर्ट टू टेलीपोर्ट ये रहा चिंगोर जिसकी मेमोरी की दिक्कत है
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you're you'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of a toast...
Friends? I guess you could say that. I must have taken them a lot, so I should see what they need.
Another time, huh? Yeah.
भाग गए अपने टाइम में तो बड़ी धीरे धीरे हुई थी
It's nice to see you, traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Dane's brother. One of the 5... No. And that doesn't... Born into abject sorrow. You're... Kari Bear Alberich.
Oh. You know me? Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... This is Atosa's memory. But...
अबे सपना सपना खेल रहा है क्या अभी सबके साथ? मैं उसकी मेमोरी में, वो मेरी मेमोरी में, फिर हम उधर मेमोरी में. हॉचपॉच हो रहा, बाद में खुद ही नहीं बता पाएंगे कौन किसकी मेमोरी में आया था. ये क्या ही लिख दिया भाई, पाई ताऊ. The proof of existence.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well... it's nothing. I still... Extreme sorrow and pain. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, in truth, I died that the person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used once fully completed. The moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. After all. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world, as if... Why would I do something so... But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
थोड़ा सा लेट आया.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I...
यही तो सबको चाहिए भाई.
Tried, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness, left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was... There's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness, the loom of fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, what... We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
ये तो starting में ही खेल लिया.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no... Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my Hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That story managed to dispel my fears. My goal was simple. To implant a specific memory. In that memory, I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, all that's left of my... But now...
भाई का काम हो गया. चिल मार रहा. हम यहाँ उलझ गए.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Memory.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The loom of fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
क्या ही बोलें?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
500 साल का गैप आ
At the
गया
end
बीच
of
में.
my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me, well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Aether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
सुनाई भी नहीं दिया. हाँ जी, जागो मोहन प्यारे.
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they... Oh, and Dane came by just now? He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's... Let's think for a second. We were in that memory. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that... Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait. Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep.
Bayram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? No, it's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventure, so there we were, searching. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like, and after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what...
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her. Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. He always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now, if Curry Bear wants me to I relied on him for a lot of things. Okay, I'll admit. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Curry Bear said. And you know, if he has a heart anyway, thanks.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Curry Bear? A picture?
कंप्लीट हो गया अपना बेड टाइम स्टोरी फोटो मिल गई अच्छा ये था मैसेज काफ़ी सारे बच्चे हैं सब करना पड़ेगा
close enough.
I see everything.
Gather!
There is no escape!
Take!
Solidify! This is order!
The pleasure is all mine. I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some sort of an assassination.
एक मिनट, ये क्यों बहरा रहा है इधर पे? तेरी तरफ पिटेगा भी.
This way, hurt a little.
Shine down!
I see everything.
Stabilize!
Everyone hold hands. I see everything.
Settle down!
Take!
There is no escape!
Bow your head. Quake!
Illusion shattered! Ha!
किधर है?
You want? Off we go. Ha! Ha! Off we go. Huh? Off we go. It's a miracle.
I will have order.
What is the situation?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as...
वेपन के लिए अपन ट्राई करें क्या? विश कर चुके अपन 70 और गारंटीड होगा अपना। चलो अभी बंद करते हैं, बाद में आते हैं अपन।
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue